in Greek or in English?
In English, say hypocrite.
Hypocrite in Greek is hypokritis, and this is the ancient Greek word for actor.
An actor means hypocrite. Hypocrites.
Hippocrates, yes. In the second half of the 6th century before Christ, one actor had an amazing idea. He left the group of the actors, he went solo, he became the protagonist. That's another Greek word, protagonist, main character. And he's the first actor in history that stops singing and starts addressing to the audience. But he's also making a conversation with the rest of the group of the actors. His name was Thespis. And that's why we call the actors thespians today. It's a tribute to the guy that technically invented Western drama inside the theater of Dionysus, over there. Okay, it's amazing the origin of some word.
Do you know where the word lesbian came from?
No.
He knows.
I know.
It's from an island. It's
From
called
an island, the
Lesbos.
island of Lesbos.
Lesbos.
That's
true.
true.
Okay. See?
Okay,
Things you
all right.
learn on our channel. Can't really see much yet, but we'll see it later. This is the birthplace of drama, comedy, and tragedy. It's the Dionysus Theater. Dionysus Theater. Hey man, what's up? There's a random
There's demo.
Demos.
Yep. So guys, what is this? This is like, as it says here, the archaeological site of the Hill of the Muses, Philopapos, Pnyx, and Nymphs. Okay, and this is by far, in my opinion, one of the coolest, one of the sickest archaeological sites in Athens. Not many visitors come up here.
Perfect.
Okay, so come up there and go and check it out.
That's an irrigation channel. Holy cow. That's where the water would flow. So these rocks have been here for ever. They were discovered in, what, 1500 BC?
No, they were present back then.
But they didn't know how they got here, so the people said Cyclops brought them.
Of course. Of course. Or
Yeah.
aliens.
Or aliens. Acropolis.
Acropolis. Direct democracy. People used to vote. Okay, they used to give the permit to the politicians to do what they were supposed to do.
So the politicians would stand up there and they would present to the people about their projects and the people would vote. All of that right in front of that.
Which
I
is also a
propose-
project.
Free wine for everyone.
Yep.
Free wine for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone says yes.
Yes.
And by the way, this project, the Acropolis, okay, is a project that was voted by the people of Athens. So it's a democratic project. Okay, it's nice to know that. People hold the power. That's the translation of the word democracy in English. But also Athens is the birthplace of Western philosophy. Socrates, Plato, the godfathers of Western philosophy were born here. They practiced philosophy here. Okay, they set the foundations for what we call today Western philosophy. Athens is also the birthplace of theater with Thespis, again, the hypocrites, okay? And ancient Greece in general during the 5th century before Christ, when the Acropolis was built, became the birthplace of modern medicine with Hippocrates and architecture. Because, let's be honest, everywhere you travel, you see buildings that they look like that one, huh?
Yeah.
This is the prototype, the original blueprint.
Is there anything on top of that other?
Yes,
rock?
the pointy hill over there. The pointy hill right across the Acropolis, okay, is Lycabettus Hill. This is the steepest hill in the city center of Athens. Up at the top of the white building that is not very clearly visible today is a Greek Orthodox church dedicated to St. George. This place over here is the place where democracy used to get practiced in history during the 5th century before Christ. Okay, you see this bema over there? This is the podium. All the politicians, all the free men of Athens had the right to go up there and to, speak their suggestions for the sake of the city.
I'm going to exercise my constitutional right here on the hill. I'm at Orator's Rock. I can't stand on this here, but this is where they would speak to the public. And I'm looking right now and you can see the natural slope where people would be here and they'd listen to the politicians say, let's do this project and here's all the reasons why, blah, blah, blah. And this is right here. Look at this. This is amazing. I'm amped. This is so cool. I'm speaking to the people. Thou shall have free wine. This rock is so old that we're standing on too. I mean, just to put things in perspective, this is probably 1,500 years before Christ. Demos, 1,500 years before Christ?
This one?
Yeah.
500.
So 500.
450.
450 years before Jesus was born. This is where democracy started, right here. For the people, of the people, by the people.
There's nothing special. It's just a organization.
Yeah. Well, it's, yeah. Everything has to be very, but not set up.
The other popular thing they do is to stone people.
To stone people.
Throwing stones at me.
They had this thing called the ostracism. Okay, they were taking broken parts of ceramic and they used to write the names of the enemies of the state. And you throw them inside the box, then they count the votes, okay? And if the vote was against you, you get kicked out from the city for about 10 years. Okay, we will see a lot of these broken parts of ceramics inside the Museum of the Ancient Greek Agora. But it's not all about rainbows and unicorns. Political enemies used to use that in order to kick out, you know, their political political enemies.
Sure.
Okay, so politicians used to use that for their benefit as well.
Oh, so Demos, I'm going to play back what you just taught me.
Yeah.
So basically what you said is democracy hasn't changed too much in over 2,500 years. And political people would try to get rid of their political enemies. And to do so, they'd banish them for up to 10 years. True statements, right? Yeah,
100%.
100%.
He was telling me your backstory of how you became like a YouTuber.
With my daughters, yeah.
Yeah, well, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he tells me that, you know, the videos are nothing special, right? But you get a lot of followers, and I'm like, probably because they're real.
Yeah,
There's
we're
no
funny.
There's no shock value to it. It's just very.
Well, he'll see soon enough. You'll be on it in the next 30 days.
I will check it out. Yes, I will check it out.
This is great.
You lost the strap. Oh, the strap came off.
Graffiti bridge.
This is part of the ancient wall of Athens. You see the wall over here? Yeah. The wall was here, so inside the wall we have the ceramic pot factories.
Yeah.
Outside we have the graves. The graves were built outside the city walls for health reasons. Where you go to do your
So
final sleep.
chematarian.
Cemeterion in ancient Greek is the word for cemetery. We still use it in modern Greek today. The word cemeterion became cimitero,
Cimitero.
in Italian.
Which means to sleep.
It means the graveyard. You know. This is the ancient cemetery of Athens over here. The name of it, Keramikos, because of the ceramics. Okay, that's another Greek word, ceramics. Keramikos. All the ceramic pot factories used to be here. because ceramic pots were the best gifts to put inside the grave. Okay, so this was the area of the ceramic pot factories as well.
So ceramic pots were here, factories were here, because
Yeah,
that's
next
where
to
you
the cemeteries.
that's where you typically buried them with your loved ones.
Exactly, just like florists today, next to the cemeteries. Okay, it was the business next to the cemeteries back in the days.
And did they keep the bodies, or did they
They used to
burn them,
They used to bury them.
bury them?
Yes, and believe it or not, the most acceptable way to go today is to get buried.
Okay.
In Greece today, and until 2006, cremation was illegal in Greece.
okay.
Illegal.
And people,
That's what their association is estimated to be.
so they still
have, yeah.
pay.
They have like they're not a
Pagans.
recognized religion,
Yeah.
but they're pagans.
So
They
like
call their
Zeus
yeah, Zeus, Athena, Poseidon, all that. And their religion, officially, the name of their religion is the national religion. Okay, and it's still active, but as an association, not as a recognized religion.
Yeah, he is.
Here to the left, we have the synagogue of Athens, because we still have Greek Jews.
Sobrenatural derrama de tu gloria sobre este lugar. Anhelamos más de ti, Señor. Anhelamos más de tu amor. Anhelamos.
We now have an entourage of all these
There you go, your favorite ones.
Squirt them with your water bottle. Gypsy tears. You didn't see the gypsies.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I did.
Make any sense.
12 inches.
Stones. Phobia is the fear. Agoraphobia. Phobia is the fear in Greek, and agora is the peace place. Okay. And check out that graffiti. Yeah. Get used to it.
There's a lot of graffiti
There is a lot of graffiti here. The graffiti is not related to criminality.
It's considered street art.
Street art or vandalism. Tagging is not cool, but street art, the
So-
good stuff is nice.
So what Demos is saying is all the street art here, it's actually encouraged if it's cool street art.
If it is cool street art, I mean there are so many different walking tours about street art. People are interested in it.
And vandalism and graffiti mean the same thing.
it is the same thing.
So if you say they vandalize, it's all good. It's street art.
It's a very free translation of yours, Corey.
Yes, sounds like it.
Michelangelo was a
Yeah, Michelangelo was a street artist.
He was a street artist. This is the area of the flea market of Athens. Okay. Here you can buy everything you don't really need.
Everything you don't need can be purchased here.
Exactly. From souvenirs to junk.
Well, hey, that's what they used to sell in the Greek days too, right?
Yeah.
They had marketplaces. Ancient Greek days.
This is the main street. This is Hephaestus Street. And let me show you over here, very cool.
Wu-Tang!
You can iron your belongings here, huh?
Yeah. My kids wouldn't even know what these are. Sweetie, those are telephones, in case you didn't know. They're not mobile phones, those are telephones.
He's painting cars. Do you know what's funny about him painting cars? Do you remember how we used to paint cars? And four wheels.
No, my kids are like 23, 25. They don't. They go. Indeed.
It's a cool painting of Madonna. We're gonna call this what it is. It's the new Greek Agora. The new Greek Agora. That's Biff's Sports Almanac.
Is that what it was called?
Yes. No, it It was the sports almanac for
Yeah.
Back to the Future, where Biff went back in the time
Back to the
machine.
Future,
Yeah, we should buy this
2010.
2010 sports almanac, so we can go back in Doc's DeLorean and make some money. And then we could live in the White House and turn it into a ragtag show,
Little vinyl.
like Biff. I mean Trump. I mean Biff. Holy, look like
The
Trump.
almanac?
Yeah, the almanac. I feel like we're in Turkey right now.
That's what I was telling right to Chris. It feels that you're not in Europe anymore. It
Right.
feels that you are in
Egypt.
Turkey or Egypt or Morocco, right?
Christ hung out in Egypt when he was a baby.
Yes, and Coptic Christians still exist in Egypt.
Yeah,
There are plenty of Christian churches.
this is cool art. This is art to me.
Bender from Futurama.
This is cool art. So Jess, my wife's Jessica.
Yeah.
I'm so geeking out today. Oh, I don't want to take out Chris. Chris is there. We're with my guide, Deimos, and Deimos and I are geeking about Alexander the Great right now.
We are.
We love our history. Now I just need to turn this thing on.
Nice. So, first things first, where we are. This is the ancient Greek Agora of Athens. The ancient Greek Agora of Athens was the downtown of the city. Up there we can see the Acropolis. What was the use of the Acropolis? The Acropolis was a sanctuary. It
He was
a
right,
pla-
religious.
Exactly.
But
it
I
was-
also saw they also put money there.
They
Coins.
also used it also because look at it, it's the safest part of the city.
Yeah.
Okay. But the Acropolis, the official use of the Acropolis is a religious center. It's a place to go and worship. Okay. So it's a complex of temples. Okay.
So Socrates used to hang out right where we are. We are in the Greek Agora, and this is where all the fun stuff happened.
Indeed.
Deimos said that the religious stuff was up there on the top of the Acropolis, but like the fun stuff, so the drinking, the doing the drugs, the prostitution, all the cool stuff back in the day was all here. I couldn't say it more
And the
eloquent
shopping.
than that.
Oh, no,
And the shopping, yeah, you know, if you want to shop and, you know, have
Interesting
fun.
enough, the word agoraphobia.
Yeah, agoraphobia.
Okay, agoraphobia, fear of crowds.
Yeah.
It's two Greek words. Phobia is the fear in Greek.
Yeah.
And agora is the busy place.
Yeah.
In order to prove you that you speak some Greek, what about
Yeah.
the word arachnophobia? Fear of
Spiders.
arachn. Greek
Arachn.
is the spider. There you go.
I'm gonna wax philosophical here. Deimos,
Yeah.
is this where Stoicism was born, right here? To be a
Not
Stoic?
here, but the Stoa, okay, which is that type of building, was very common back in the days. Stoas like this one were also used as shopping malls. Okay, they used, like, owners used to rent the space. They used to pay a fee to the city in order to rent the space and to sell their goods for seasons, rain or shine. Okay, this is
It's an indoor mall.
It's an indoor mall, yes.
You know, the largest indoor mall in North America is in our hometown of Minneapolis.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it came here.
It's
It
a mall.
originated here.
It's a mall, but also the philosophers, like the Stoics philosophers.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, Stoicism was born in Athens.
That's what I
Okay,
thought.
Yeah.
Not right here or where?
Not here, but fairly close. That way, that direction.
Okay, you'll show us later.
The Stoa, that Stoa does not exist anymore, unfortunately.
This isn't original. This
This is a
remake.
replica. This is a remade, and because you're from the States, it's nice to know that you see this archaeological site.
Yeah.
Until the 30s, it was all buried under the ground. In the 30s, the American
Under here were houses, and Americans demolished these houses.
American archaeologists.
American archaeologists,
Okay.
not typical Americans, just archaeologists.
And they're still around. They're in charge of the excavation. They're working very closely with the ministry. Today we have a very nice, interesting museum, and we will check it out in a bit. Okay. And when we get outside, we will see everything else around the archaeological site. So,
Wow, this is so cool. This is a young girl that's buried. This is her coffin.
Exactly.
1,000 years before Jesus.
And check out, she has all her favorite stuff inside the coffin, together with vases that used to include perfumes, wine, as a dedication. Okay.
900 years before Jesus. Look at these weapons and iron, pin, chisel, fibula.
Things that you put inside the coffins.
Those earrings are 3,000 years old. Those are the original Nikes. Yep. Those are the original pair of Nikes out of Greece. 900 years before Jesus was born, they were creating Nikes. Kind of looks like Uncle Chris.
Over here.
Looks like Uncle Chris. Nope, too big. We're gonna look at an ancient place to poo. Oh, that's awesome. When was that created? 650 BC.
Yeah.
That's a 7th century BC shoe.
You can see where they're having.
Oh, that is awesome. I've never seen an ancient shitter before. I wish we had one. I'd just take it with me everywhere we went.
Was the great general of the Athenians against the Persians. So they sent him to exile. Another person that was also voted to die was Socrates. And he died right here in the ancient Greek Agora. That's where he kept imprisoned. Okay, so again, people used to use that also to win their political enemies. Not only to make their town better, but also...
So why would they banish the guy that led them to victory against the Persians?
Because other political families were taking the power this way.
Okay.
Okay, so he loses the power and they take the power.
So the names on these pieces of the pot, these are people that were ostracized.
And I'm quite sure this is something that you have never seen before.
We are Sparta.
Exactly, we're Sparta.
So it's made of ceramic?
Huh?
It's made of ceramic?
No, this cup and 8 kilos heavy
Spartans.
with a Scottish accent.
Oh shit, yeah, I did hear that.
But this is from a statue. Okay, this is from a statue that used to decorate one of.
Look at the coins here.
Look how beautiful they are. They look
It's like
identical
artwork.
to the. It's like identical to the coins we have today. Yeah.
These might be worth more than the coins today. With inflation.
With inflation, my God. Yeah.
Ancient barbecue. That is really cool.
And the oven over there.
In the oven.
And also here, look.
A little burger on there.
And again, for me, it's always.
Jewelry is the same 2,300 years later.
That's the rule of politics. You can never say so.
Wait, here's my brother. Wait, hang on. Nope, too big.
The pole thing here. Do you have any clue about pole thing here?
Paul, no.
Yes.
Well, a little bit.
A little bit. Fun fact. Come and sit here. This is 2nd century after Christ.
Okay, so 100 years after Jesus.
Exactly.
2nd century.
2nd century. What do you see here? A statue and the head.
Yeah. So Deimos just taught me something I have never known. The reason why a lot of these statues don't have heads is because they used to replace them whenever the new politician was elected. That's mind-blowing.
During the Roman times.
During the Rome, well,
During
which
the
is,
Roman times.
what, 1st century?
From the 2nd century BC on.
Holy shit, I never knew that. That's badass. This is so
I
cool.
will show you right now the best preserved ancient Greek temple ever anywhere.
This is so cool. I've said that 1,000 times today.
And do you know why the pillars were like this? Like the bottom part of the pillar was not curved and the upper part was curved?
No.
Because this was a place of trade. Carriages used to come here and they could destroy that. Okay?
Okay.
So they didn't care about making it look perfect here,
okay.
only the upper parts. Okay?
Okay.
So for the carriages...
So the carriages would knock this shit out. It's up here that had to look really nice.
So they make it nice at the top where the carriages don't pass from, but in the bottom they don't care and they make it like this. To be more solid.
So what we know about Paul is he went through what is now known as Syria, and then he worked his way back here, and he hung out in Greece for a couple of years.
Exactly. He did a lot of cities in the meantime. He did Thessaloniki, he did Veria, he did Kavala, and then
Ephesus.
eventually,
He went to Ephesus.
before coming to Greece, he went to Ephesus, of course, and in the year 51 after Christ, he arrives in Athens.
Yes.
Paul used to go very often in cities where Jewish population
Yeah.
used to exist.
Yeah.
Okay? Because he had one belief. He believed that people that already believe in a monotheistic religion would be more easy to convert.
Yeah.
But when he arrives here in Athens, he found it very tough
Right.
for one reason.
There's gods for everything.
Apart from that, the fact that there are gods for everything, the Athenians and the ancient Greeks in general used to be very loose with their religion. Okay, that's why they were creating and they were adopting different gods every day.
Okay.
So Paul comes here in Athens, but he found it tough here for one more reason.
What was that?
This is the place of philosophy, the birthplace of philosophy.
Okay.
So people were very used to argue
Yes.
here, but you know, to argue, not just to argue, but because they had a way, they had a word back. Okay, they could answer you back. They
Right.
knew how to answer you back. So
They had rebuttals.
exactly. So Paul comes here in Athens. He hangs out in a building which is not far away from here. That was the synagogue back then,
Okay.
and he talks with the local Jewish population of the Athenians. And then he started preaching the word of God inside the Agora. The Athenians,
They were intrigued. They were intrigued.
they got triggered, but so they called him in order to give a public speech up there.
So his public speech was up there at the rock.
That's Mars Hill.
Mars.
Or in the Greek word for that is Areospagos.
Yeah.
Okay, the hill of Mars or the hill of Ares.
Okay, so now we just learned something. So the term pantheon wasn't specific to Rome. It means all gods, and there was a pantheon here in Athens as well.
Exactly. There used to be pantheons all over the Roman Empire. Let's convert two people. That's it. Just two people. Saint Denis. Saint Denis is the patron saint of Athens, and he was actually a member of the Areospagos court. Okay, he was a judge. Okay, and actually he visited the Holy Lands to visit Mother Mary. Okay, and he also went there after her death. And Saint Paul also managed to convert a woman named Damaris. She was a woman of the upper class. Okay, and these are the only two fruits of his visit.
And how many
here.
people lived here? 100,000?
No, but during the Roman times, it's estimated about 300,000 people used
Wow.
to live here. Okay, it was a big metropolis back then. Athens. Athens was a big metropolis.
So we're currently in the Greek Agora, and we're walking along the steps that St. Paul, Apostle Paul, used to preach. And one of the reasons why he never wrote about his time in Athens is because of 300,000 people, he only had two converted to be following the ways of Christ. And a lot of people, I'll show you, like to walk along the footsteps of Paul. If you look right behind me on the hill, that's where he used to do his preaching to try to convert the Athenians up there. There's like 3 people standing up there. That's where Paul used to preach the word of God in the year roughly 55 AD, which is about 10 years after Jesus died. This history here is insane.
Considering the fact that this was the central square of Athens, okay, this was the most vibrant place of the city. That's where people used to do everything.
Right here.
Okay, right here. Actually, look here. These are ceramics from the ancient times. This can be like probably 2,000 years old, or it can be also 20 years old. It's ceramics lying here. You have, if you dig,
Yeah.
you find ruins here.
There's ruins here.
There are. You know the archaeologists how
Was there a temple here?
no. This was the Tholas. This was all government building.
A government building was here.
It was round. It was round inside.
We don't see these trees where we're from.
Yes.
I'm pretty amped to be next to Socrates, where he used to do his speeches and philosophies right here in the Greek Agora. Confucius in here. That's false because he never made his way from China. But hey, you know, why not?
Okay, actually this expression derives from this ancient Greek myth. We still use it. Okay, and of course they chose here. And if I can make a personal comment here, thank God they chose here because Athena in the Greek language is a beautiful name. Posidonia sucks. It's like the name of a disease, in my opinion. You know.
And by the way, we're looking right at that area.
Exactly.
Tell my brother it's the one on the middle, that one temple.
The one with the crane, where the crane rises, that's the Parthenon over there. But the olive tree is on the temple to the left.
Yes.
The Erechtheion. Okay, and there used to be indeed a spring with water up there, and next to it there was an olive
really?
tree.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
There's a spring of water.
There is still an olive tree, but it has been recently replanted. Okay, it's not the ancient one.
water up there?
The water up there is used to be pushed up there with karstic phenomena. You have rocks pushing one the other and pushing the water all the way.
I can see collection of rainwater, but I wouldn't think there'd be any natural
You
water.
see, for example, to the right, you have the Acropolis. To the right, down, you see two big caves.
Yeah.
These are also springs with water.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there is
up there.
plenty of water up there.
Just walking on. It is the Great Drain, 3,000-year-old drain.
So, by the way, this is start his big walks.
House of Simon. This is Socrates' friend. He used to start his walks right here. And he'd walk his way up there. We're in the history here of Socrates and the Apostle Paul. See, we're getting our walking in every day.
And the Acropolis was here, and this is where we got in from. Okay, this is the big Panathenaic Avenue.
That's the avenue I was asking about,
Except every 4 years, the Athenians used to walk this road in order to go up in the top of the
And were
Acropolis.
we walking on that road?
We walked on our way in. Okay,
Okay.
it's that road over there passing next to the Stoa. Okay,
Okay.
and next to the church over there in the Roman Agora. Okay, over here. And because it was Roman, it was awful.
That's what I heard.
Nobody liked them.
That's what I read.
Nobody liked them. They ripped us off.
That's what I've heard.
They ripped us off. Even the alphabet.
Well, that's what we were talking about last summer. That the Romans go from the Greeks to the
This temple is as old as the Acropolis. So, second half of the 5th century before Christ. Best preserved ancient Greek temple you will ever see. Everything is standing. Okay. You can see the inside. We have the enclosed rooms inside.
Wow. Wow, this is so awesome.
You can see the sculptures inside. The only thing that we cannot see anymore are the colors, because the ancient Greek temples used to be colorful. They used to paint them with bright colors, but today the colors have been washed out.
460 before Christ. Yeah.
This is 600 years before.
No, it's 460 years before
Before the
Jesus.
Pantheon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, like Colosseum was 80s. Yeah.
Check out what's happened now with the Greek temples. The Greek temples are full of optical illusions. I really like this one. Okay. You can slightly see a curvature. Okay. And another thing is the optical illusion. You think that the thickest part of the pillar is at the bottom, but it's right after the bottom and before the center. Okay. So it's Parthenon. What is the translation of the word Parthenon? Virgin. It was
Okay.
a rare exception amongst the Greek gods because the Greek gods were very active.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hephaestus. Hephaestus is the god of fire and blacksmith of the gods. One day, Athena went in his workshop and he asked him for an order. And he got horny.
Okay.
And he started chasing her in order to rape her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but Athena was very powerful. So anyway, Hephaestus, the god of fire, was very close to her and he jerks off.
Oh, perfect.
And a part of his coming
Yeah.
comes on her dress. Athena was it was like awful for her.
Sounds like Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
It was like exactly. It was the Bill Clinton instance.
Monica Lewinsky.
And Monica Lewinsky. Okay, so Athena takes a cloth, wipes the cum, okay, and throws it on the ground. Gaia was the Mother Earth, okay, receives this coming, and it's crazy, right? And she gives birth to a child. That child was half snake and half human. His name was Erechthonios, and he became a king of Athens later. Okay? And he's the only, let's say, legitimate child of Athena, in a way, but without being delivered by her.
Nice.
Ζέστη σήμερα. Και υγρασία. Αλλά εντάξει, τα καταφέρουμε.
Ναι, καλά, εννοείται.
This is the ancient way of going up. They didn't really have steps back then.
That's where the iron is.
See these steps? This is the original steps where Apostle Paul preached the good word of Christ before entering into the Jewish temple. Then he'd go on top of the hill and try to convert people to become followers of Christ. There's so much history here. Okay, so this was the Jewish synagogue of Athens, and this is where Paul would hang out, try to convert people, and then he'd go up there on the top of the rock, where if you look closely, you can see a handful of people up there. Name of this road again?
Panathinaik Avenue.
Panathinaik attitude. This is the infamous road that would go all the way from the ocean to the top.
Not from the ocean.
From the city gates.
Center. From the city center. There is another road that used to lead to the ocean.
So
That's
city
the-
center to the top.
That other road is the road that Paul took in order to come
That was one of the big
from the
walls.
port. Huh?
That was the big walls.
Agora.
We still use the word for
We do. It's only 2,500 years old. No, not that old. It's only 2,000 years old. So the gate behind me is the original gate to the Agora. We're only going to see half of the Agora because the other half is buried underneath these restaurants over here. And they can't get to them because it's obviously underground.
So they decided to move all the trade here. Technically, it was the big central market of Athens. Fun fact, it was a place of trade until the late 15th century and 16th century. Okay, even the Ottomans, the Turkish, were using this place in order to do trade after the 15th century after Christ. What we will see today here, okay, we will see some of the shops. We will see the Tower of the Winds over there. And also we will see something else that I will not tell you. I leave it like this as a cliffhanger. Okay. When we talk about the Romans in Athens, you know, there is always something that we skip to say to the people. We skip to say that the Romans technically stayed here in Greece until the 15th century after Christ. Because at some point the Roman Empire was divided in two parts, the western part and the eastern part. The eastern part, today in history, we call it Byzantine Empire, but the official name of the empire was the Eastern Roman Empire. And Greece was a territory of the Eastern Roman Empire until the year 1453, with the fall of Constantinople to the Ottomans. Okay, because of the Ottomans. Okay, so the Romans technically are here until the late 16th century after Christ. But the Eastern Romans, they don't speak Latin. They don't write Latin. They speak and they write Greek. Do you know why? Religion. That's the fact. The language of the church, the language of the Eastern Church, is Greek, and Greek becomes the most important language for them back then. Okay, so when we say Roman Agora, Roman Forum, it's not just to think that the Romans, after a while, after the 4th century after Christ, simply disappeared. No, they just became Eastern Romans or Byzantines, as we call them today. And here we will see plenty of different layers of the history. We will see some of the ancient shops. We will see the oldest mosque in Athens, the Fethiye Jami. We will see a basilica underneath it and the Tower of the Winds.
The first stoa, just like we were walking through the replica.
Over here to the right, we have the entrances to the shops.
These are the entrances to the shops.
So you get inside here, you buy what you're supposed to buy, and you.
Okay, this is super cool. I'm walking down an original stoa, and back in the Roman Agora here, or Roman Forum here in Athens, Greece, if you want to go shopping, you make a turn, and these were the original shops in the original shopping mall known as the Roman Agora in Athens, Greece. Now we know.
Century.
Nothing like putting my feet on 2,000-year-old marble. This is a total trip. This is amazing to walk on 2,000-year-old marble. This feels so good. They didn't have Berks, though. They did not have Berks. It's one thing they didn't have is Berks.
See also the holes over here, and the carpenters on the bed.
Holes in the base to spike them so they wouldn't fall out or get damaged during earthquakes.
Joints to the center of the pillar in order to hold them together. This octagon building, this is the best preserved ancient Greek building in Athens. It's in solid condition. We call it the Tower of the Winds because up there you will see on each side of the building the 8 winds of Mother Nature, according to the ancient Greeks. Fun fact, that's the north over there. So the winds from the north are heavily dressed, and the winds from the south, they are warmer, are almost nude. So this building over here was a planetarium, a hydraulic clock, and a solar clock. It was right here in the center of the Roman Agora. It was designed by an astronomer and a mathematician. His name was Kiristos. And up there on each side of the building, we have these angel-looking forms. Each one of them is one of the 8 winds of Mother Nature. And as I was telling to Chris, these winds here that are very light dressed are the winds that come from the south, so they are warm. And the winds from the north, you will see that they are wearing a lot of, the winds from the north are wearing a lot of clothes because they are colder.
And how old is this?
1st century before Christ.
This building is 2,300 years old and it's still standing. And our wonderful guide said one of the reasons why it's standing is because a lot of the Muslims use this for prayer inside the building. Wow.
Now, do you remember that I told you that we were talking about the Colosseum in Athens?
Yeah. Emperor Vespasian, the Roman Emperor Vespasian, he wanted to create a lot of public toilets. And you're looking at one right here. And you can see the remnants of one over there. And this is where the public shithouse was, basically.
And not only that,
He created the Colosseum, but nobody knows.
not only that, it was not free of charge. People had to pay.
You had to
use
pay
them.
to use the toilet?
Yes.
Just like
And
today,
when,
the water
when
closet.
when his son told him that, Dad, it's not possible to put a ticket in the public toilets, he took one of the coins and told him, the coins don't stink. Okay.
Oh.
It is like a great source of revenue
Yeah.
for the emperor.
Exactly.
I bet it was. So in the center there is where you'd take the sponge and vinegar and you'd wipe your butt after you're done. And it was public. There had to have been some diseases spread that way.
100%.
Plague.
It's a great archaeological site. Where's the first ancient McDonald's?
They had McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay, just like you've been to Pompeii.
Yeah, Pompeii, they had
You know that
McDonald's
had
there.
Street food. Okay. So they also had here. Anastasio 2000, and then it's got restored in the year 2000.
Chris, you're walking on marble from 2,500 years ago,
Yes.
Chris. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel
Young? It should make you feel
no,
young.
it makes me feel historic.
It should make you feel young. This footage is gonna be so good. Right now you think, gosh, this guy looks like an idiot. Wait till you see at lunch the videos I put together. Whoa, that was cool. Just a typical day walking through the ancient Roman Agora. Just a typical day, just another day. What'd you do today, Chris? Oh, I don't know, I walked through the ancient Roman Agora.
Why not?
Why not? Just a typical day in the life.
Called your restaurant. Some early Christian churches inside the library,
Okay.
but the walls are the original walls from the library. Of
So the
Hadrian.
wall there to the wall over there, all the way to those. That's where we met our drunk friend yesterday, sitting over there.
Yeah.
That's the library, the whole thing. Amazing. Hadrian's Library.
It was an area of the church.
What year was this built?
10th century after Christ.
So, like, okay.
So it's a new one.
It's a new one. It's a new church.
Brand new. That's 1,200 years.
Yeah.
It's a brand new church. It's only. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. 10th century AD. This is amazing. How much smaller it was. I could never even.
And remember that I told you, that they used to paint the ancient Greek temples. They used to paint Christian temples, but actually the corpses have been preserved here.
To put this in perspective, that church is older than anything in the United States of America. Anything. And it's just randomly here in Athens, and people wander into it like, oh, it's new. 10th century AD. And it's just, that's crazy. Check out our view for lunch. Greek, and I'll tell you how it sounds.
Μέχρι τώρα έχουμε γυρίσει, έχουμε πάει στο λόφο της Νίκας, πήγαμε στο αρχαίο νεκροταφείο του Κεραμικού, μετά συνεχίσαμε σε ένα πολύ χωματόδρομο ανάμεσα στην αρχαία αγορά και φτάσαμε και κάναμε μια επίσκεψη στην αρχαία αγορά της Αθήνας. Μετά πήγαμε στη Ρωμαϊκή αγορά, στη Μητρόπολη και είδαμε και τον ναό του Σκορδατικού δίπλα στη Μητρόπολη και τώρα τρώμε με αυτή την ιδέα εδώ. So the view.
Right, delicious. Real Greek salad. And yeah, want some pie? What kind of pie is that?
Bugazza.
Bugazza. All right, so we're doing a political discussion. It's not a rant. It's not a rave. It's a political discussion because we are in the center of democracy, and we are talking the pros and cons of democracy. Right, Demos?
Yes,
He's named after democracy.
he was blaming the Jews and everything. And now he is pro-Jew. Okay. And the other day he wrote on Twitter that thank God for Israel.
We're in Athens and we're doing our debates. Democracy was here, so we have originated here, so we're gonna have to talk about it.
And they're taking care of that. Anyway, he's moved from anti-Jew, he became pro-Jew.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. We had an awesome lunch. Thank you.
Stone, right?
Firestone.
A forest.
A Forresto. Hi, how are you? Everyone's friends here. Look at him. Demos, you know everybody. All right, get in here, man. All right, yeah, we're all getting hugged.
Have a nice time.
Cheers.
Nice to
See
meet
you soon. We'll be here.
The best, the mosque is best.
Oh, we're coming to see you.
It's Taverna?
It's a restaurant and a bar.
We'll go there.
It's not across the street, it's just right here.
I'm finally proud that Corey is using the metric system.
Absolutely.
And Celsius.
And how have I been as the guide? I'm kind of like the guy that gets 60% of the story right.
His makeup other.
But at least I know a little bit, right?
You know that. No, you know everything. You know everything.
That's why I read my books every night. You hear these beautiful birds.
Right across, what you get is the first modern Olympic stadium on Earth.
In
It
1896.
It hosted the first modern Olympic Games back in the year 1896. It's the only stadium on the planet entirely constructed with marble.
This is the site of the first modern Olympics, 100% built with marble. 1896, on top of where the original Olympics were in Athens. But the original Olympics were in Olympia. All right, get in here. Heyo!
You see the white line here?
Yeah.
We're not allowed to cross the white line.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to make some proper video. They count everything by heart and they perform everything by heart. It's like a synchronized ballet, as you can see. They mirror each other.
Wow.
See the top shoes, the color of the tie. Same uniform in the middle of the summer.
Oh,
During heat waves.
oh. You got this guy right here. He's the man. Nice. My brother Chris is a Malacca. She's into Malaccas.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
check out the ancient Roman baths.
So Roman baths, they were found randomly during the construction of the subway.
Wow. Just
In a pretty much perfect condition.
just bury everything.
Yeah.
What's the pots for?
The pots,
The ceramic.
huh? The pots, I have no idea why they use them.
They look good.
They shouldn't be here.
So at one point in time, this temple of Zeus was twice the size of the Acropolis. It was started right around the time as the Acropolis, but it never got finished. And then Hadrian finished it 800 years later. And of course, it got taken down when Athens and Rome became Christian oriented, and they removed all signs of paganism. But inside the Zeus's temple was obviously a life-size portrait or statue of Zeus, but also of Emperor Hadrian, who used this as a public works project back in the 200 AD. Correction, after Christ, 2nd century, so it'd be around the same time as the other public projects, 75, 80 AD, something like that.
A very nice detail. Do you see the arch?
Yeah.
Over the arch where it's a bit dark,
Yeah.
you can see some letters.
Yep.
Over there it's mentioned that Athens belongs to Hadrian.
Athens belongs
is
to
the city
Hadrian.
of Hadrian. Okay, and they even compared Hadrian.
Walk through Hadrian's Arch. It's been here since, I don't know, the 2nd century AD. And the letters up there say Athens is Hadrian's city. In front of us is the old trail that would go up to the Acropolis. Here we are, walking through Hadrian's Gate on my way to the Temple of Zeus.
You can see from the quality, it's not that good. And if you clean it, you can already see. There was something here. Okay, more pieces that are missing, and this was part of something.
There's
Okay.
ceramic. Just random ceramic tile in the road
Next to a Marlboro.
next to a Marlboro outside of Hadrian's Gate. Built to look like Santorini. Our restaurant for lunch is right over there. Our hotel is right there at the rooftop. Just adventures. Tiny little neighborhood here next to the Acropolis, built to look like Santorini.
There are people living in this. The grandkids of the first people.
Sure.
Here. They don't sell. They keep everything in the family. And if there are no kids to give a house to, the Ministry of Law.
This is a narrow alley. Oh, the Acropolis right behind us.